Hello, CEO teachers, and welcome back to the show. Today's topic is all about 7 tried and true time management strategies and tips for classroom teachers with online businesses too. Whew, I know you're struggling. Back to school season is tough. This is the last episode in our series for teachers that are trying to manage a full-time job, but also trying to build a business on the side where you can make extra income or you can leave the classroom and chase this dream full time. In today's episode, we're going to talk about how to create a creative inducing environment. We're going to find a method that works best for you. And I'm going to teach you how to create more than you consume. Hopefully, that'll lead to you being all in wherever you are. And I want to share a little bit about what life is looking like for me as I am trying to be my most creative self, getting my mindset back in check, and putting myself first in so many different areas of life when it's so easy to put yourself to the wayside. So stick around. You don't want to miss it. Hey, back to school teachers. This is like an extra credit incentive for the back to school season, and it's way better than a Jeans Day pass. We're going to peel back the layers, simplify all of your systems, and give you the 1, 2, 3 on all things teacher time management as you shift from full-time teacher to full-time teacher, trying to also manage your business. From tips and strategies to templates and tools and everything in between. This is your time management training deep dive. Everything you've ever wanted to know about tackling the back to school season with realistic strategies about also running a teacher business on the side. Not only does this include 10 essential tools that will help you get organized, it will also give you the how-to behind the scenes of an inside on-demand video training that will help guide you every single step of the way. It is available right now, but only for a limited time. Go to caseymorris.com/BTS. That's caseymorris.com, just like back to school/BTS. You get to show up in your comfies and tackle the hardest part of starting and maintaining your teacher business in this busy back to school season. Stay awake long enough to make progress on your business. I'm here to help you every step of the way. It's time to stop putting your own dreams on the back burner and start putting you first. So grab the back to school time management training and toolkit before the pumpkin spice and teacher tired hits with full force. Again, go to caseymorris.com/BTS. Pablo Picasso once said, "Action is the foundational key to all success." And Dale Carnegie said, "Do the hard jobs first. The easy jobs will take care of themselves." I was in a vortex the past couple of weeks, friends. It has been a struggle. I have finally just opened up a little bit more on social media, but for the past year, I've been a single mom to 4 kids. And I've talked briefly about it once on the podcast before, but I finally decided to say it on social media. I waited this long because I wasn't comfortable sharing about where my life was, how difficult things were for me, because I have been given such a gift in this life, and complaining to you guys doesn't make things any easier. And so I decided I would just open up the floor on Instagram and just ask everyone any questions that they may have. And it's so funny because I have been separated for a year and I didn't realize how many people didn't know that. I kept it private. I am a deeply personable person. I care very much about people's feelings and emotions. And so it was important to me to make sure that my kids were safe first and that their emotions were intact. And then I decided to start taking care of me. And in that, I kind of lost all sense of needing validation from others or feeling the need to tell everyone about my business because it was my business. And I decided to open up the floor and ask you guys, do you have any questions? What does this look like? And it's been a beautiful conversation on Instagram as I am beginning to open back up and share a little bit more about my life. But one thing that I struggled with becoming a single mom was my time management. And I'll be honest with you, it wasn't like I had a whole lot of help before. So the transition of being a married person to becoming single, it wasn't that difficult. However, the hard part for me was never trying to waver from my emotions around my kids. And when things were hard, not letting them see that, or when things were emotional for me, trying to hold it in. Did I do a good job? Absolutely not. Did I fall, break, completely lose my composure? Probably more than I should have. But I think we're on the other side of that. but I kind of reopened and resurfaced a lot of wounds because this time last year was when my life was falling apart. And with my child starting kindergarten, it was hard for me the last couple of weeks. I've been trying to work through some feelings and emotions and some guilt and anger. And I just haven't really done a good job about managing my time and putting myself first when it comes to taking care of me first, then putting the life mask on other people like my kids. And then also remembering that we are under a time crunch. We do have a lot of things going on, as I know you do too with this back to school season. So, some things that I wanted to share before we get into the really tried and true strategies when it comes to time management that I learned from Ed Milet. I am obsessed with Ed Milet, guys. He's such a great soul. But he encouraged people to take yoga, practice meditation, and sign up for therapy. So I did all of those in one day. I signed up for yoga. I'm doing yoga twice a week now. I started 2 weeks ago. And I signed up for therapy. I start next week. I'm really excited about it. I'm excited to just kind of let out a lot of things that I've had inside of me to someone that I don't even know and someone that doesn't judge me, that is non biased. I can't wait. So I want to encourage you that if you're struggling today, that your mental health is the most important thing when it comes to tried and true time management tips to help you get ahead in life. And I'm thinking about you in this back to school season because I know it is so, so hard. All right, so let's get into our tried and true time management tips. The first is a productivity tip, and it's simple. If it takes less than 2 minutes, stop and do it right now. Don't wait. Don't write it down. Don't put it in a system. Don't discuss it. Don't think about it. Just do it. Once derailed from a task by an interruption, it takes an average of 23 minutes and 15 seconds to get back on track. And so I try to take any task that I know is going to take 2 minutes or less, something as simple as loading the dishwasher or starting a load of clothes or going and making sure I put lotion on my body, which sounds so crazy, but things like that that help me feel better about myself or feel like I've gotten ahead of the game. I try to just compile them and do them as quick as I can. The next thing is that we all have to-do lists, but have you thought about creating a better system for a to-do list? You can start by logging your tasks somewhere. For me, I love the Notes app on my phone. I use them, it goes to all of my devices, and it helps me stay on track. Data says that 70% of people say they would be more productive if they had fewer distractions. And so, if you have a to do list, and I love that the Notes app gives you the little bubble and you can check things off, it's going to help you a lot more. And then third is that I want you to design a designated workspace. I'm so lucky. Mine is fancy. I have an office. I get to leave my house. And when I'm here, work is here, but it doesn't have to be fancy. I want you to find a quiet place if you are working on this business after school hours, maybe to record a podcast, to answer emails, to get inside Facebook groups. Maybe you have a designated teacher bag and a notebook and a calendar, and you take it wherever you go and you work on it at soccer practice. I have Wi Fi in my car. And so I spend a lot of time in my car taking kids to and from school, waiting on a kid from baseball or from soccer, or waiting to get through the daycare line. And so I'll pop open my laptop and I will work for a little small pickup window moment for 10 or 15 minutes. And then one thing we've seen lately on social media that I'm obsessed with that teachers are doing is creating a rolling office cart, like those little carts that are the 3 tiers. And you can drag that around wherever you need to. If you have it in your house and you want to work in the living room, then maybe you want to work in your room. It's a great place to have everything right where you need it. So you're not just trying to scrounge things up and losing time when you could be working on your business instead and providing more income for your family. So I wanted to give you some tips to make the most out of your time in today's show too. First, create a creativity-inducing environment. So that means lessen all of your distractions. My favorite place to do this is at our local state park. I go out there and I write the podcast for the week because I know that my distractions are going to be limited. My phone goes on silent. I do have Wi-Fi in my car. If it's cool and beautiful outside, I will go and do that outside. But if it's hot and humid like it's been lately, I'll sit in my car. I'll have the windows up, the sunroof back, and the air conditioning on full blast. But I know there my heart is free. My heart is clear. I don't think about anything besides the beautiful scenery around me and exactly what the task is at hand. So find a method that works best for you, such as batching or a weekly schedule, and then do everything in your power to make sure that you can put your first things first. Dr. Stephen Covey talks a lot about that in the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. So, one thing that I see every successful CEO teacher do is that they are consistent. They are really good at putting first things first. And so, if you just tell yourself, it's not what I have to do, this is just what I do, and it's something I do every week, whether it's creating a product, writing a podcast, writing a blog post, make sure that you create a creativity inducing environment so that you can put first things first and get everything done that you need to get done. Next is I want you to create more than you consume. If you are on TikTok or on Instagram, get off. On Facebook, stop. Social media is the bane of my existence. I am there, but I am there in very short, sporadic moments of life. I actually have recognized and have become self aware enough to know that when I am at my worst, I'm scrolling on social media. And so I ask myself, do I want to be at my worst today when I get on social media and I start scrolling? Or can I find something else to do that's going to help bring me joy? Now, I love a good wind down time before bed if I've got a couple extra minutes. Don't get me wrong. But what I mean is that taking time out of your day during your planning period, when you get home from work, just to scroll on social media, getting up in the morning, and before you get ready or get in the shower or even go to the bathroom, you check social media. That was such a bad habit of mine. Now I open it up and I will catch myself and say, get off social media. There is nothing that you're going to do that's going to help set your day up better than the power of prayer, than thinking about and setting an intention for the day and how I want my life to go. So when you're on social media, I want you to ask yourself, are you being the best version of you? Because when you are selective about who you learn from and what you learn and where you learn it, you'll be amazed at how well your business will start to grow because you're putting the effort and the energy into the right things. Next, one of my favorite things, of course, is to automate and delegate what you can. I forget sometimes how many things we have automated and delegated until something breaks. And I'm like, oh no. I love taking things off of my to-do list. I love delegating, and I've never been good at that until the last couple of years. 54% of people say they would leave their current job for one that offers flexibility and more time. So if your goal is to leave the classroom, to sell your lesson plans, or to become a teacher or a coach online, then start learning how to automate and delegate tasks so that when you do leave the classroom, you're not burning the candle at both ends and working 40 hours a week. In fact, we work 4 days a week over here, and it has been one of the best gifts. Is Monday through Thursday, we're here, we're on, and then we always have a long weekend. Next is plan work sprints around school breaks. When I was in the classroom, this was my go-to. I would write course content, I would listen to podcasts, I would get as much done as I could during a planning period so that I could prepare for recordings or content I wanted to share whenever I had a significant break, like fall break or winter break. 24% of productive time involves multitasking. Streamlining your work sprints will allow you to get more done. And then finally, friends, we love good accountability. So reach out to other people in your niche and remember a win-win attitude. Find a CEO, teacher, business coach. Find someone that kind of like therapy I was talking about at the beginning of the episode, someone that I can share what I'm going through is going to significantly help my life. I have a business coach. I'm in a business mastermind with some of the most amazing minds that I have ever had the privilege of being in a room with. And I decided that I needed that about 6 years ago. And that's when my business completely transformed from a couple $1,000s a month to over $100,000 and now over $1 million a year, because I take the time to learn from people that have gone on and have studied things and have become better than what I currently am. 25% of people say their ideal work partner is someone that matches their values as their own. And what I know for sure is this, is that no one can teach you more about online business than someone that has been directly in your shoes. And so without further ado, I want to share about something we have been working on behind the scenes for the last year, if not a couple of years. This has been a huge vision We have 60 certified CEO teacher business coaches, people that are in the trenches with you. Some of them are full-time teachers, some of them are doing this full-time. But have you ever just needed someone who absolutely gets you? These teachers have been training since January to be able to guide you through any and everything that you may need, whether it's helping you to teach reading or whether it's helping you with your online business journey. They have frameworks, they are prepared, and they are ready to help you. We've been working on a directory that will be live on our website next week, and you will be able to book these coaches wherever you are in the world. You can see where they're located. You can see what languages they speak. You can see how their expertise can become something that guides you and supports you. There is nothing like this in the world. And we are so excited to share the CEO Teacher Coaching Directory with our 60 certified CEO teacher coaches that are going to help guide you every step of the way. So, whether you're looking for a coach in the educational space, meaning you need someone to help you on the school side of things, from planning your days to understanding what kindergarten instruction might look like, or maybe learning how to teach English to high school students, we have coaches for that. And if you're looking for teachers that are in your shoes with building an online business and also trying to work through how to manage teaching full time, but also some proven strategies to help your marketing, our 40 CEO teacher frameworks are inside of our coaching program. And all of our certified teachers have been trained for the last 8 months to help guide you. We'll be launching the CEO Teacher Directory very soon, and we will have so much more information in your inbox and on social media. This is a beautiful thing that we cannot wait to share with the world. And if you're interested about becoming a certified CEO teacher coach, don't worry, we've got more information on that coming really soon. So you'll find more in-depth ideas for time management training videos in our back to school business kit. Friends, this is the last week we're going to be offering this. If you need something to help guide you, go to caseymorris.com/BTS and it'll give you templates, swipe files, emails, and tools to keep your business on track during this back to school season. I can't wait to talk more about the directory so that you can hear exactly what we've been working on in this huge passion project in the coming weeks. As always, remember, your best is yet to come, and I'll see you right back here next Wednesday.